Hey guys, it's your best five friends. I'm Kelsey. That's Rachel. Rachel, we just got through watching UFC 253. What'd you think?
The main event, right? We had
Wow.
Adesanya, Costa in it, and we had both guys coming in really confident. And what I saw was skill definitely took the day.
Yeah, I bought into the hype train on Paulo Costa. I started beating the upset drum way like months ago when the fight was announced. I beat it all the way to fight night. And then as soon as they started fighting, I was like, ruh-roh. Like, this guy, he's not doing anything that he should do, especially if you're in a striking situation with a guy who's clearly a much better kickboxer than you. Then why are you trying to kickbox with this dude?
Yeah, and here's what I thought. I thought Costa was going to, like, bum rush. Like, this is what I expected from Costa's side.
That's what I thought, too.
And a lot of people who follow UFC more closely than me, like, promised everybody an
best fight ever.
Like, blah, blah, blah.
I saw one.
And I saw Costa, like, he wasn't willing.
It was more like Yoel Romero.
To take that risk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I saw Adesanya come in there and skill one out.
Wow. I'll never pick against Israel Adesanya again at middleweight for sure.
And I just say,
never again. Anyway, you're my guy.
As a fan,
Adesanya,
I get as excited about that as I do about, like, some huge, like, knockout or submission or, like, whatever you want to call it, as, like, wow, seeing, like, dominance via skill like that. I mean, as you know, if you're a boxing fan, I was a big fan of Vitaly Klitschko for this reason. He was so dominant and skilled, even if he wasn't always, like, super exciting.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. And this was, especially when it's dominant, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes people get in there with skill, and it is kind of boring, and you're like, okay. But I didn't find this boring. I found it dominant, and it was a quick fight.
Amazing. Yeah, and
this
I mean,
ended
we give
in round
credit
2.
to Adesanya, great win. I mean, I'm not like Costa, like, he wouldn't have got knocked out had he not, like, been trying to throw hands with Adesanya. I just think that's a dumb decision. I'm disappointed in the effort. I'm not in the effort. I'm disappointed that I picked you, Costa. That's all.
But that's when you talk about, like,
grab this dude?
Skill is Costa seemed to, due to a lack of skill, make some poor decisions when he was in the cage.
I felt like,
this is a great learning experience for Costa, right? You can maybe take some of that, like, bulk and power and whatever it is that he's got inside the cage.
Man, I bought into that hype train. I might have been shoveling the coal in the furnace. Ooh, sorry about that. But I'll tell you what, in the co-main event, Rachel, can we talk about Jon Blachowicz upsetting with a dominant knockout of Dominic Reyes?
You tell me about that, because I was putting together something.
Good Lord.
I didn't get to watch that fight as closely.
This. Nobody picked that guy to fight. Don't be coming on my comments now and telling me you picked Jon to win the fight.
If Kelsey can admit that he's been on the Costa hype train all the time.
Everybody was on the Reyes hype train because
everybody else can admit they didn't pick Jon to win
because Reyes had fought a close fight against Jon Jones. Everybody thought, right? The bookies thought it, the writers thought it, everybody bleached for it, including myself, picked Reyes. In fact, most of us picked him to win by knockout. Me and Stephen McCarty both picked him too on our show for Heavy. Listen, Rachel probably picked him too. She don't even know. She probably picked him. Of course she did. She's just like, yeah, Reyes is going to win.
I don't pick winners, so
but man,
you know that.
Man, Jon, this guy, he dominated the short fight and knocked Reyes out, 37 years old from Poland. Congrats to him. He's calling out Jon Jones now. Jon Jones ain't going to fight you, Jon.
What is that about? Was he just not prepared? Like,
well, that's the
for his post-fight.
I would call him out too. That's the right move.
Which I will say, like, I can't fault any fighter for not being prepared for their post-fight, whatever they're going to say. Because you need to be focused on your fight. So, yeah, don't be prepared. Yeah. But I will say, why are you calling out Jon Jones?
I think it's the right move. I'll do you one better, Rachel. I think after...
I will say Jon Jones was trending because he called him out.
After Jake...
Hence, he was trending.
And because Jon was just stream of consciousness tweeting the whole time. But I think that, I'll do you one better. Jake Shields, after he beat Diego Sanchez, should have called out Conor McGregor, right? Because Conor had talked about fighting Diego. Man, that was your chance. They gave you the chance, man, and you should have been like, Conor McGregor! I mean, that was a blown opportunity there. Well, I was ready, too. I was ready to write it. I had my fingers ready. I was like, call Conor out. I'm glad
you brought up Conor, because... what also happened on Saturday is, like...
come on, Conor.
There's moving ahead with Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao, which
is there? Yeah.
Well, for
Yeah.
Pacquiao's team, right?
Yeah.
We've heard stuff, not just from Conor, who will, like, apparently put just, like, whatever's in his head out on Twitter, so I can't always, like, take it, like, for what it is.
That's a fair point.
But, like, if Pacquiao's team is kind of moving, like, stuff on there, like, I get that. This is just a little side thing. I take issue with Conor McGregor's post on Instagram about how with Floyd, you know, I'm like, it like made me so, you were what? Like, you should have not followed the rules. You should have unleashed all your MMA, like, stuff onto Floyd Mayweather and been DQ'd. What? What kind of, I don't even know what kind of talk that is. I do not want to see any kind of big super fight. We don't respect that in
this house, Conor.
Where somebody's gonna, like, just be DQ'd just because they can. Like I told you, I
know, by that same logic, you should stab somebody in the eye with your finger in a UFC fight.
Right, like, I'm really good at biting people, so I'm going to start biting people in the octagon. Like, I don't get that. And then he's like, you know, I'll see what happens in the lead-up, in the build-up with Pacquiao. If I'm going to, like, unleash whatever in that fight.
I'm all about that. What did I say about that, Rachel? I said, please nobody tell Conor McGregor that he should not. If you're going to box Manny Pacquiao, do not talk a bunch of noise like that before the fight. Because Manny, it'll roll right off of him, and he'll be all happy.
And he'll just be like, in all the promo stuff, he's just going to be like...
When that switch turns on, brother, it's a different deal.
He's going to be smiles and like,
fight.
And then the minute, like, Manny Pacquiao gets in that ring, he's going to be, like, Manny Pacquiao. So, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, do that at your own peril.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
So, a little bonus. We talked UFC 253 plus Conor and Manny Pacquiao because I just couldn't let that go. So, I had to share it with my best fight friends.
Yeah, we had to.
Because it, like, bothered me so much.
We're going to leave you some links down there, right? We got links to whatever. You can read my posts. I did the co-main event column for Bleacher Report and whatever else out there for you.
We wrote a post on Jon Jones.
He posted a video, a wild video. You'll have to just click to see it.
It's pretty crazy. And
got a great title.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hope you guys had a great fight night.